WWTWSDAP.
Yeah, you got it.
Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, as Rowan tries to find out our acronym.
I want it to sound like that kind of radio. Welcome to
WWT, yeah, that's right. It's more than 3 letters.
We're gonna,
so it's
ladies
horrible.
and gentlemen, we are going to practice that acronym.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I'm not going to get it right now, but it will sound like something like this. Welcome to WWPTT, podcast.
yeah, except in a couple of episodes' time, maybe 12 episodes' time, we're actually going to be really good at that.
Look forward to that.
Here comes the music.
I literally don't even know what I can't remember what the podcast is doing.
You're running this one.
I'm running this one.
Welcome
to do a podcast.
Yeah.
We were told we should do a podcast.
Somebody came over to us and they were like, you should do a podcast.
Do it.
And we were like,
You guys
Yeah.
have microphones and stuff, right?
yeah, we can do a
like-
podcast. Tell me about that. What is a
probably
podcast? And they were like, oh, it's like a
It's this
video.
new up and coming medium.
Up and coming.
We should
Yeah.
do a podcast.
Guys, episode 5, they said it couldn't be done. But we're doing it.
But we're doing it.
Hey, we-
But there's a lot of people that doubted we could make it to this point.
Yeah.
And we're showing them
Where have they been saying that?
just outside.
Were
Just
they outside the
building.
studio going,
Just
fuck
go,
you?
go. I don't think you can do a podcast. And you certainly won't get to episode 5.
They're outside the front of the building. Like, you'll never make it to episode 5, guys. And here we are. So shame on them.
You, Tony!
So this one's called We Were Told We Should Do a Podcast About Rowan's Weird Questions.
To give context, you actually kind of genuinely day to day do like giving us these philosophical questions where you go, it's almost like a would you rather, but it's more based around a
What would you do or would you or whatever.
How would you live your life? How would you do X, Y, Z?
So let's just dive in.
Let's go.
I want to dive in.
I've got some questions that I've written down. And I want to find out where your mind goes and how deep you think. Okay. First question. Okay, if there was an identical parallel universe, okay, and a portal opened up with the exact copy of you.
Yeah.
And let's say for the sake of this argument, you and your partner.
Yeah, I totally would.
Okay.
Totally would. It sounds hot. Sorry.
That's not where I'm going with this. Okay, so it's an exact copy of the universe.
Yeah.
And through the portal, an exact copy of
It's just masturbation.
and your partner step through.
Yeah.
With every exact shared memory, every single atom that has ever moved has moved exactly the same in both universes. These are identical.
So same shared experiences, same memories,
Everything, yeah.
same everything. Yeah.
And then literally partner swap.
Mm-hmm.
And then your partner steps into that universe.
Yeah.
And then the identical copy partner steps into your universe, and then the portal closes forever.
Mm.
Doesn't
Before
matter.
the portal closes, can we have a 4-way?
That's what I want to know. I want to pivot this chat to that. No,
Does it matter? Does it?
in my
will
opinion,
you miss your version, or does it philosophically not matter because it's the same?
if it's so perfectly identical, then I would say it doesn't matter. If you had said if you had said the exact same thing and said one atom moved in freaking North Africa and differently in theirs, then I would say no. But if it is perfectly identical,
it's every single atom
then
is
yeah,
ever moved.
it doesn't matter.
I feel like
it's literally exactly the same.
But here's the thing.
So we're in a scenario where you're like opting to like we meet up and we're like, hey, you want to like we know that we're partner swapping. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you didn't realize, but maybe you're kind of like they step over and you go crazy. So you're and then they step over there. What? And then it closes and you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, however
I
you
think.
want to.
Do you know why it would matter? It's because I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's why it would matter. Like if I really, I think I'd be able to accept it over time, but I would definitely something wouldn't sit right.
Because
it wouldn't matter for me because it wouldn't actually change anything long term.
I know nothing about the way your habits and your memories are all the same, but you would know that you're never ever gonna see that Jen.
Oh, that literally just gave me a heart palpitation.
Yeah, exactly. That's me. See,
that's how much I love Jen.
That
You're never
would-
gonna see your Jen ever, even though you're gonna have someone who's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And you know that
both.
your Jen's gonna be.
You know what?
Looked
You know what I
after
mean?
by
I'd
the-
actually get imposter syndrome from. And is that the term? This person in my bed would stop feeling like my wife.
Oh yeah.
Because-
Oh my God, I'm going to the other side now.
Yeah.
Literally from what you've just said.
Yeah. It'd be like, you're a stranger to me. I actually think it would start to cause a bit of a rift.
Oh, no.
And, yeah.
You're an alien.
Yeah. I mean, and then not to mention how fucked up this whole parallel universe thing is. Like, I'd be freaking out.
I'd be trying to open the portal.
I'd be literally fucking like, how is this?
But
if
if we just got past that bit, which I imagine is what you're, it wouldn't sit right with me because I'd be constantly thinking about the other child that I'd shared all of my life with up until that point, and she is gone.
Yeah,
that's what I'd be thinking about. Yeah.
Before the portal closes, can we have an orgy?
Oh, okay. Let's just say, first of all, you get in a big foursome.
Great.
You go for it.
Fantastic. Amazing. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah. And then you're like,
and then you'd be all good.
Not because of 2 gens, 2 atoms.
2 atoms. Like, hey.
I've always just wanted to see what I look like.
Oh, I've got a really weird face when I'm doing that.
Yeah. I need to work on that.
Oh, is that what I like? Shit. Yeah. I think I'd be the same. I'd be like, in theory, I know. In theory, it makes no difference because I know that my Claire is being looked after by the exact copy of me and being treated exactly the same way that I would treat her, and I've got someone who is exactly her.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I will never actually ever see my Claire again.
And there's something about that like my version of the it's that shared. I mean, I know we're talking about shared experiences and stuff, but it's shared experiences, but with a different.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because that's what got me. That's what gave me the heart palpitation. And there's a very human thing. It's mine.
Yes.
I guess so.
And that's very odd to say about another human being.
No, but I get that. Like, it's the same. I mean,
it's
I'm not gonna.
it's my phone. It's my cup. Like, if you picked up this is a Viva Dirt League office cup. If you picked up my cup right now and went and washed it and made yourself a cup in my cup, I'd be, oh, bro.
Because I think another way to kind of think about it, here's a way that might concrete even more. Say right now you know there's this other universe that exists, and then you heard that the Jen in the other universe died. Right now you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. Oh well, I've still got mine. Moving on. Okay, now if they swap places, and then the universe and the portal closed, and then you hear that your Jen in the other universe died, you're mourning your Jen.
Of course. That's why it'd be difficult to. Just based on that to separate from your Jen or your.
It's still the one that
I think it would be more heartbreak. I mean, it would be double heartbreaking the other way around if you got a new partner and the partner in your universe died, and you know that there's another one, your original one.
Yeah. But like, oh my god, she's a little bit like the Greg thing.
Man, your brain goes to crazy places, dog.
This is shower thoughts, bro. We should call the shower
thoughts. I like that.
We were told we should talk about shower thoughts.
Okay, this one's a slight segue. This is just effectively a would you rather. Okay, what superpower would you rather have? Okay, you can rewind time by 10 seconds once a day, or you can rewind time by 1 minute once a week.
Okay.
Or you can rewind time by 1 day once a year.
Wow. Okay.
So 10 seconds you could use it all the time. But for what?
Exactly. Mundane.
It would be very mundane.
It would actually be a majority of days I'd probably go through and not use that power.
Yeah.
Like it would kind of be wasted on me, I think.
It's for things like knocking over a glass of water.
Yeah, or just stubbing a toe or something.
Saying an odd thing in a conversation.
I think the once a minute, once a year, because you can do some significant shit with that. Like if something horrible happens.
So it's a minute once a week.
Oh, sorry. I mean once a day, once a year. I'd probably go for once a day, once a year, because you could do some significant shit. With
that's lotto territory.
Well, that's lotto. That's also saving lives.
That's saving lives. That was where my head would you could save somebody's life. Like if your partner was in a car crash, you can probably, because often you will find out that shit like
hours after.
Yeah.
Well, you could also, like, if there's a bus crash of school children or a plane crash of strangers and that kind of stuff. You can stop all that kind of stuff.
The fear though that would come with that though is this the right time or something worse going to happen?
It's March. You save a busload of children.
Yeah, but
and then in April, later in the August,
then a plane goes down.
Or later in the year, then your partner dies.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh my god, I should have used this.
I'd be constantly stressing about that. Like, okay, it's like, and now I have this power to save those people, but I think I'm going to hang on to it because it's only February and Like my partner might die, or
And then it gets to March 31st. You're like, fuck, I haven't used. December 31st.
Yeah,
You haven't used it.
I guess I'll use it for lotto.
I think after discussing for that reason, I think I would take a 1 minute rewind once a week.
Yeah, because it's more significant, but
yeah,
it's enough that you can like, sure, if you find out like more than a minute later that something horrible like a family member died, then damn it.
Then you could rewind a minute and relive that horror again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the things like, I mean, even the 10-second one, there's part of me that would wonder about just the 10-second one, which I can get more use out of. Like,
what would you do with the 10 seconds?
Like, say there are many times, like, it'd save your own life, like trip, falling off the cliff, or like, oh my god, I'm just about to crash into that car.
No, straight up, 10 seconds is enough for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you could use it
10
for
seconds at the casino.
Yes.
You could. How long does a roll of a roulette wheel take? Probably not. But like cards.
There would be
a card game or a dice roll. You could.
When they say no more bet, from the moment they say
no more bets,
there's probably
less than 10 seconds. Yeah, could be right.
Your roulette could be your friend.
Hey, casinos, we're coming
for you now. Shit.
I think I'd still do. I think I'd still take the 1 day a year and just accepting that. Like I'd be going into it knowing this is going to just probably destroy my life, but I can save people. I would sacrifice that like part of me to potentially help people because I'm a superhero.
So can I throw one out real quick?
Yeah,
I know technically this is Rowan's train of thoughts, but I would love to throw one out.
If you got something.
So if you suddenly discovered you had the ability to just touch someone and cure them of any ailment, I'm talking from cancer to eczema to anything wrong with a person, you cure it immediately just by touching them. Would you tell anyone?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
Are you worried about basically the two things? One of being locked in a cage and being experimented on, and the other one just being the expectation to now spend your life.
You would literally be sat in a chair with a line of a million people, just wanting to come up to you and just touch you.
This is kind of insane because this is in a weird way links to one I've got. Okay, so. Millions of innocent people have been enslaved and imprisoned by a mad dictator, doomed to live the rest of their lives in this hellish prison. This dictator has chosen you for a cruel social experiment. You're also locked in a cell, isolated from anyone. In the center of this room is a table with a button. Every 60 seconds, the button lights up. When you press the button, a random person is set free from the dictator's prison. Absolutely life-changing for them. And you see video footage of it happening and you know it's real.
Yeah, okay.
You're free to leave the cell anytime. But the moment you leave, you can never return and the remaining prisoners are doomed.
Yeah.
How long do you stay in the cell releasing prison?
In a way, the exact same thought experiment is, do you doom your own life for a lot of other people? Or are you altruist? And that's very altruistic.
That's tricky, man. So how long between each button push?
So it's 1 minute. So I just to give some real quick math on it, I already kind of just cool. You could do 60 an hour. You could do about 480 in an 8-hour day. Let's say you're breaking your life into 8-hour shifts. You could do about 175,000 a year, and if you did it for 50 years, you could do about 9 million if you're doing it at that.
And there's
but there's more than 9 million. It's like 50 millions.
It would.
So you're choosing to, do I spend my life making other people's lives infinitely better? How long do you think you could stick it out?
Oh, am I getting paid for it? No.
No,
you're one of the prisoners. You're one of the.
You're one of the prisoners.
You're not getting nothing for it.
You
can leave at any time.
If I was getting paid for it, I'd turn it into a job.
You're a prisoner. You're in a horrible situation as well. Yeah, right.
You're trapped in a cell. You're in a horrible cell.
You're one of these like slaves.
You're one of the prisoners. Yeah.
Man, I would do it for such a long time, but there would come a point where I'm like, I have to start living for myself, but I don't know. How long do you reckon
because you could do it for a day, a week, a month, and then go, I want to live, I want to get on with my own life, and I've got dreams and hopes and ambitions and a whole life to live.
Yeah.
I'd do a solid baker's dozen, then I'm out. What's that, 13?
Give it a couple of mins.
Yeah, give it a couple of mins and I'm out.
What's that? That's 2, 3, after 3 mins. What's
3 people?
No, because you know what? I'd have to keep doing it because do you know what it would be? It would be the crushing guilt of knowing that there's no way I can like live my life to a high enough standard, even morally or whatever, that it justifies every minute passing another life.
And this is the part that actually made me first think of this question. It's the agonizing. This moment is the agonizing part. Say you've been doing it for years or months or whatever.
Yeah.
And you go, I got to stop. I need to stop. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Do I just do one more?
Yeah.
And totally change that person's life? Do I just, or
I would literally have to be like, do the one and then stand up and immediately leave. It's the same. I'm going back to the casino. It's the same as the casino for me. Is if I'm walking away from the table with money, as opposed to having lost all my money and walking away in shame. If I'm walking away from the table with money, I have to immediately walk away and not look back, because if I look back and see my number come up, it's roulette is basically what I'm talking about. If I look back and see my number come up,
that'll destroy you.
It'll destroy me.
At the moment that I decided to stop, the walk away, I'd be 1 minute into my walk away from this prison or whatever it is.
I'd be thinking, oh my God,
that was life.
I could have.
And I'd probably, and then 2 minutes away, and then 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes, you're waiting for the bus, and you're waiting. The bus is a little bit late. It's another life. It's another life. I would never be able to get that. The ghosts of too many people would be haunting me, and I think I'd know that. And it's that classic case of it's your life, but your life is no more valuable than everybody else's to them.
Well, no, in this scenario, life is very valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, legit. Well, yeah.
Imagine if in this scenario you're in this cell, but the world knows who you are and what your job is for this experiment. So they know that every time you press a button, that you've saved someone.
Yeah.
And they also know.
You'd have to keep pushing the button.
I would say, if that's the case, I genuinely
you couldn't live with the shames. And
you couldn't live with the shame
genuinely
and
stay for my entire life if that was the case.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily from an altruistic sense.
No,
it's more. It could be from a shame.
Yeah.
A shame, and just it is almost a selfish thing, because I just would not be able to live with myself.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be going to bed being like, here's another one.
Because this is an extreme example, but if they know, and they know your name, and they know exactly what you look like, if you've saved 20, 30, 40,000 people, they're going to fucking erect a statue for you in the town square. And then if you leave, they're pushing down that statue and like fucking...
At no point could you leave. Like, at no point can you leave and into like... assimilate into society, because they're like, oh, that
my
decision to leave.
So my mum's still in the fucking prison.
There. Yeah. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
That's a horribly depressing question.
Yeah, more like this.
Would you rather have a pill, I guess, or a tablet that you can take every morning that basically satisfies all of your nutritional needs?
Yeah.
For the rest, you have to take it every day, but it satisfies all your nutritional needs for the rest of your life. Or would you rather get mugged at knife point?
So,
fucking hell.
Well, do you know what? You've
unwittingly
made you made that first one thinking it was a really great decision. But I interpret this as not a pill that satisfies all your nutritional needs, meaning like any more food on top of that is gonna, like, you don't get to really start enjoying food.
Yeah, so you'd get mugged at knife point, right?
You see what? He tried to make it something like tried to do his little bit.
Yeah,
but nah.
What bit?
So
if you had a pill that satisfied all your nutritional needs, so you don't. If you have more than that, then you're going to start going obese. You never get, and that wouldn't be enjoyable. You never said it was enjoyable.
But you could just stop taking the pill for a day, right? If you're like, you don't have to take it
and get mugged at knife point.
I'd get mugged at knife point. No, I think I'd take the nutritional pill.
Yeah, you would, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you?
Mm.
I'd take the pill.
Mm. Yeah.
Adam, I don't think you get it.
It was a tough decision. We discussed it. We
did discuss this one a little bit more. I feel like it was a stretch.
That's why he's starting to get it, because there was a bit of a decision.
Bit of decision, yeah.
Okay, if you were gifted immortality, and let's say for the sake of the argument, in your what age do you consider to be the perfect physical age for your body?
25.
25? I was going to say 28, but let's go whatever.
Roughly late 20s.
Late 20s.
Mid to late 20s.
And you would live in this for immortality and perfect health?
Yeah.
How long would you want to live for?
Oh, bro.
Man.
You've
Before
you're
you're like,
opened a
I'm
can
done.
of worms for me.
I'm
Yeah.
bored. What's that?
I'm
You've
interested
opened a
to hear your
fucking can
answer.
of worms for me, bro. Because just so the listeners know, one of my biggest anxieties in life is death. Like it literally is a crippling thing that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
But, so I don't want to die, obviously, because I die and then I don't exist for eternity.
That's a long time.
I don't want to go to heaven, whatever you believe heaven to be, because then I exist for eternity. And what the fuck is eternity? And I don't want to live forever because I exist for eternity. Because eternity is a horrifying.
What do you want?
What
do you want?
Just tell me what you want. Yeah. So those are the only options.
Yeah.
Every one of them has eternity attached. So I have panic attacks every single night.
Yeah,
and
that's
can't
cool.
Get to sleep. So
That's cool.
Ellen, how long would you live for?
Yeah. Cool answer, bro. 500 years. Cool answer, bro. I don't know, man. It would be in the thousands probably. Like, I don't. So I think I could always find something more to get out of it, you know? So the question is, to reiterate, perfect health.
Perfect health.
For as long as you want.
For as long as you want.
When's the cutoff?
So you're
10,000 years. Like
how many?
10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
I genuinely think, properly answering the question, I think it would be a very long time for
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so
assuming the world and Earth keeps
Yeah,
going
that's the
on.
thing. And assuming
yes.
Or we
Oh,
travel
fuck.
the stars and start going to other places. Assuming I'm not just sitting on Earth by myself being like, uh-oh.
Let's say
you've
you-
decomposed, but you're somehow still sentient.
when you choose, you have to, whatever you choose now is locked in, and it's the exact amount of time that you
Fucking hell. I've got children now and a wife, and maybe not.
Oh, we have to lock it in now.
You lock in that time now, and that's.
Okay. I
And-
thought you meant that I can just choose eventually.
No, you go, I'm going to be immortal for this exact amount of time.
Okay, so wait, and obviously nobody I care about can take this.
No,
It's
just
all,
you.
okay, then 100 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want to.
I think it would be a very long
Hey,
time
well,
for me. I
this
think
raises the point
I
that,
think I would
like-
lock in like 100,000 years. It would be a long.
Oh,
time
really?
But
for me.
then, like, everybody
mainly
you know,
because my fear of death overrides my fear of heaven and eternity.
But then you have to live. Oh man, this is gonna get. You do dark questions, bruh. You have to live with
this is the
everyone
kind
you
of
know
questions I think
dying,
about in the
and
shower.
you will keep going alone
But
into
the good thing is, in 100,000 years, as I experienced that quite a few times and kind of get over it a bit, I guess.
Maybe
I
you
mean,
have a
yeah.
spiritual alignment and go, I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah. You become a very hollow person.
'Cause
But
here's the
man,
problem.
I'm a very hollow person already.
But I'm a whole person, but I'm alive.
So 100, a kind of a standard life form, like 100 years or whatever. That means you age. Well, actually, even what I've said, you wouldn't age because it's,
Yeah, you wouldn't age.
which would already
It'd
make life weird.
It'd make
Like,
life weird and your
as
relationship
Chelsea's
weird.
like
Your
when
kids
you're
would
like
grow.
16
My kids
and
would
you're
grow
like,
older than me.
You old bitch.
Yeah, I'd be like, there's.
You'd be like Leonardo DiCaprio, and you'd get rid of your partner every 5-10 years.
There's an age. There's a 27 and then you're out.
Yeah, you're out, baby. I think it's 25. For
No,
the
I couldn't do it with. I don't know if kids is the variable here. But I couldn't let the idea that my kids would then, one day they would be 20, whatever we said, 25, 28, and I'm like, oh shit, you're literally the same age as me.
Yeah.
And then they'll get older and older and older. I'll be like, oh, you're getting closer and closer to.
So you'd watch your kids die.
And you'd watch your kids die and you have to mourn your kids. And I think that's.
So what's your
fucked
answer?
up. 100.
You go 100?
100,000.
You go 100,000?
I would lock in.
Can you take. Oh my
100,000.
Can you take your own life? Can you shoot yourself in the head?
No, you're
this
immortal.
did get dark. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You're immortal.
So you can't. There's no out.
No. But for the sake of my hypothetical, you lock it in.
100 years.
100 years? I
Fucking
reckon.
hell.
Actually, I would lock in 100,000 years, almost hoping that Earth goes to shit, and the last like 50,000 years is me and a cigarette, fucking just like sitting there going, I wish I didn't choose this long, because then I'll be looking forward to death. And
Wow,
I'll be
that's
like,
grim, dude.
I'll be like, 50,000
That was a grim
you need
question. Oh, this is
50,000
awful.
years of utter depression.
50,
to
yeah.
me.
and then I'll be like,
1,000
can't wait to
years.
die. This could be great.
And your cigarette will run out. You don't have it like you.
No, I thought we got an infinite cigarette.
No, I never said that.
Damn it! I thought we got an infinite
Your
cigarette.
cigarette is gonna. You'll be miming a cigarette like a loser
for 50,000 years.
floating around like miming a cigarette. Like, oh.
This next question's a bit of a hard one to explain, but I'll try.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be dark.
Jesus
Get ready for
Christ, that
dark.
question
Oh,
was-
it's not that dark, but okay, you're held hostage for a social experiment.
Fucking hell.
They've put a magical helmet on you that knows this helmet, okay? This helmet knows 100% if you're lying, okay? You cannot lie to this helmet. And they say that they will only let you go if you promise, I've tamed this down a bit, if you promise to transfer your life savings to them as soon as you get home, okay?
So helmet, helmet do what?
Sucker, it's $13.
Yeah.
Okay, you're held hostage for a social experiment. They've put a magical helmet on you that knows 100% if you're lying.
Okay.
You cannot lie to them.
Okay.
They say that they'll only let you go if you promise to transfer all of your life savings to them when you get home.
Yeah.
Okay?
There's all of my life savings, like what's in my savings account. Because
I'm
it's
just
not
trying to
very
think
much
of. I'm trying to.
They can't access
I was just trying to think of
it's
an
unlocked,
incentive.
baby.
Yeah.
Can you think of a better incentive? I don't want to say like kill someone or like
Okay.
something that's.
Let's assume I've got lots of thousands of dollars.
Maybe you've got a. Let's just stick with that for now. Something valuable to you. Give away all your possessions.
Yeah. Okay.
They also say that the moment you're let go, you are free, no matter what. And there are absolutely no consequences once you've been let go. So you don't have to do it once you've been let go. Even if you don't transfer the money, there's no consequences. But in order to be let go, you must 100% be honest that you are going to transfer your life savings.
Man, I don't know if I could.
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
My brain is too busy, and there will always be this.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a shadow of something else in that head of mine that'll just be like, you're tricking, you're acting right now.
I intend to, yes, I promise.
Yeah.
But I know that.
Yeah.
The moment that I left, I'll actually change my mind.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Therefore, you wouldn't be let go.
Yep. And this magical machine on my head would always catch me.
The only way you could be let go would be to go, I'm gonna be when I leave the confines of this, I'm gonna do something illogical, and I have to commit to the illogicalness of it. I'm gonna, even when all, you have to almost imagine that you're being monitored afterwards.
Yeah, basically.
If teleportation was invented and it worked by disassembling all of your atoms, sending them across the planet, and then so it gets those same,
it gets the same atoms?
The same atoms.
Okay.
Sends them across the planet and then reassembles them. Would it still be you and your consciousness?
In that scenario, I believe it would.
Okay. What if it?
And I would use the transportation.
Okay. What if it didn't send them, but instead it gave exact instructions to the other machine, which then assembled you out of new atoms?
No, I wouldn't.
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's a clone.
Okay.
At that point,
So if you believe that, do you think that your consciousness is somehow associated?
I do.
On those
yes.
The consciousness is carried with those atoms, even at disassembled.
I believe the atoms of your brain and how that works is what makes your consciousness. That's what I believe.
I think I believe the same.
Somehow the information of your consciousness is attached to the atoms, even when they're completely disassembled.
Yes.
There's my whole thing
if
with
they're
like
put back in the same way. Yeah.
There's my whole thing with like people going on about like potential immortality by copying themselves onto a computer. Like, no. You die. You're dead. Your soul
is a copy of you, but
there's a copy of you. It's a copy of you, and you might have the exact same thoughts and exact
copy-
same.
when that copy gets revived, it'll think it was you.
Yeah, the copy will come back to life, be like, whatever.
Oh, thank God I'm alive.
Oh, thank God, it worked.
Yeah.
And then it will look over and see the original, the shell version of you dying or dead or whatever, and it's like, okay, that transfer worked 100%, but that copy was born moments ago.
Yeah, correct. That's my opinion as well.
You die.
So if teleportation was invented, I wouldn't, unless I could get very clear evidence that 100% convinced me otherwise, I would not use it.
That your molecules were disassembled and then kind of ripped through radio waves sent across the planet
because
and reassembled?
I don't know how they would get that evidence for me, because everyone who used it would be like, yeah, no, it's me. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. And so of course you fucking do. You're the clone.
Guys, I've heard that every single molecule in your body's regenerated every 7 years. Does that mean we die every 7 years? You're a clone every 7 years and you die every 7 years? You know?
That's our podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
What a fun episode.
Can we get a wrap out, Rowan?
So, I got more. I got more of these.
Life scares me now.
Death.
We're talking about philosophical questions, talking about molecules, teleportation.
I don't want to die.
No.
I'm talking existential dread. Most of these were quite existential. Yeah.
I'm so scared. Yo, I'm terrified.
Probably not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I just feel so depressed.
So depressed. Next episode will be lighter.
Lighter.
Oh, man. God.
Mad dictators.
Mad dictators.
Buttons.
Minute. You save a life every minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna go cry in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Gotcha.